Hello everyone. Today I'll be sharing how to prepare for a meeting, how to make it run smoothly, and also how to implicate what was stated in the meeting after the fact. So, Theo Goldman, a very famous and successful baseball player, once said, "Communication is your ticket to success if you pay attention and learn to do it effectively." An important part of a business being successful is good communication and teamwork skills, and nowhere is this more important than in conducting effective meetings. I'm a waiter at a Mexican restaurant, and my boss has meetings with us very regularly, so we're all informed on what the rules are in the workplace and what our responsibilities are as employees. What I'm talking about today is conducting meetings effectively. At some point in your work career, you might find yourself needing to have a meeting and you aren't really sure in the right steps in doing so. A study done by the Muse in an article titled "How Much Time Do We Spend in Meetings" from 2019 states, as a middle manager, you can spend 35% of your time at work in meetings, and as an upper manager, you can spend up to 50% of your time in meetings. Today, I'll be going over the process of conducting an effective meeting. First, preparing for the meeting. Second, conducting the meeting smoothly. And finally, what happens after the meeting. So first, I'm going to be talking about preparing for the meeting. By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail, as Benjamin Franklin once said. Identify the purpose and write out a plan for the meeting. This can be one of the hardest parts of the whole meeting, but it's also one of the most important parts, as this is why you're having the meeting in the first place, and will also be what you follow throughout the meeting. An online scheduling company by the name of Doodle in 2019 posted on Inc.com did a study of 19 million different meetings and interviews, and the results weren't very pretty. The cost of poorly organized meetings in 2019 will reach $399 billion in the US and $58 billion in the UK. Almost $500 billion for the two countries alone. What this means is people aren't putting much planning into why they are having meetings rather than having meetings just to have one. You need to plan out a time and place ahead of time. If it's a large group of people, do you need some sort of venue? Or if it's a smaller group, you could just probably have it in the workplace. Make sure to be mindful of what time to have the meeting that will work with the schedules of everyone involved. The organizational effectiveness team at Vanderbilt University, in an essay from 2019 titled "How to Conduct an Effective Meeting," says, provide attendees with an agenda and any other information they need at least 24 hours before the meeting. This will give them plenty of time to prepare for the meeting and make sure that they arrive for the meeting at the right place and at the right time. So with a clear understanding of how to prepare for the meeting, the second thing I will go over is conducting the meeting itself. I strongly suggest having a PowerPoint or some sort of visual for everyone to look at. This will help people understand the information better and can also be the foundation for the guiding the meeting. An article titled "How to Run a Meeting with Visual Aid" by Emily Weller on crons.com from 2017 states that you can effectively engage employees and clients at a meeting by having visual aid handy to demonstrate your points and focus their attention. It's hard for anyone to stay interested in a meeting if it consists of one person lecturing at a length on a single subject. Instead, you can project images such as charts onto a screen or hand out eye-catching fillers to keep your audience focused. Keeping people engaged is what's going on will help the information stick in their brains more easily. An article on Inc.com from 2019 by Elise Keith says, make sure everyone knows what role they play in the meeting. Have someone keep track of time for you. Have someone record notes on what was said during the meeting. You could even have someone watch over the tone of the conversation and have them speak up when someone isn't getting a turn to talk or when someone is avoiding a question, or also if the conversation is going off topic. Assigning people roles like this will help make sure that the meeting goes as planned and that everyone stays on topic. So after discussing how to conduct the meeting, finally I'll be talking about what needs to happen after the meeting. An article on As Central titled "The Best Actions for a Business Meeting" by Lisa McQuarrie, written in 2019, states to have everyone fill out a survey after the meeting. Ask how they personally felt the meeting went. This will give good feedback and advice for how to approach the meeting the next time. Also, ask them if they understood the purpose in which you had the meeting and how they can more effectively do their jobs after the meeting. And if no one can answer this, then it's obvious that you having that meeting was pointless. So have the individual designated to take notes during the meeting, put the meeting in written form following the gathering. Meeting minutes don't have to detail everything that took place, but they should know the meeting's time, the date, the people in attendance, and list the major discussion points. After the person has done this, the notes should be passed around to everyone that attended the meeting. They can then look over the notes and review and remember what happened, what was said during the meeting. So that's my 3 basic steps on to conducting effective meetings, which I stated before are preparing for the meeting, smoothly conducting the meeting, and finally, what needs to happen after the meeting. So on a final note, do you think the multi-million-dollar corporations that run businesses very successfully right now do so without a game plan in mind? Because if they didn't have one in mind, they probably wouldn't be very successful. Planning is everything, and having all of your employees on the same page makes sure everything runs much more effectively. So thank y'all for watching, and y'all have a good day.